love to support the local music around here. It's Talk City 91.1 FM, and we're also online at talkcity91fm.com. It's a Black Carpet Hour. Welcome to it if you're now joining in. And I've been talking about it, well, you know, for many of us, especially writers, in particular, we know that there's a stunt rider in town. He's out of the U.S. He's sponsored by Red Bull, and he's been putting on a series of shows from as early as last week. And he's Aaron Colton of the U.S. Let's say good afternoon and welcome, Aaron.
Hi, thanks for the invite.
Not a problem at all. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Talk City Studios. I have to say welcome to Trinidad as well.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, and I've had a great time so far.
Is this your first time in Trinidad?
It's my first time in Trinidad. I'd say the closest thing I've been to this is maybe the Cayman Islands, but really, as the culture shock here is way more. It's crazy. I came here from day one. The people here are nuts, and I love it. I've had an awesome time. I've been here since Saturday evening now, and it's been a packed couple days, so I've been really stoked.
I know. I managed to catch the show on Sunday. That was the street show up at the basketball court in Arima, and that was awesome. It was excellent.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad that everyone can kind of enjoy the work that I got to put in over the years.
I didn't expect such a huge turnout.
The turnout every single time I'm riding this time has been huge. Last night when I did the demo at Checkered Flag in South, it was crazy. There was so many people there, like just so many people that I'd be riding and they'd try to run onto the surface and I'd come through and they'd blast away. It was a scary deal. It was sweet. It was.
It is an honor to have you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's really cool that Trinidad is so welcoming to the freestyle scene, because it's in the U.S. it's getting huge and blown up so fast, and I love being able to travel. For one, being able to travel to do something I love, but for two, to come to a place like this that's so supportive. And
that's right.
Even the people that aren't riders themselves are motorcycle enthusiasts. So the turnout at these events has been awesome.
Oh yes, and that's all the encouragement you need, really.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the harder they're going, the harder I'm going. So it makes for a good show. I'm really excited.
Yep. What does it feel like to be Aaron Colton?
I don't know, it feels like a normal day for me, I guess. It wasn't all at once that I kind of got where I'm at, so at least I got to work into it, but it's super cool. I just feel so thankful that I'm able to come to places like this to have fun, you know. It's working, but it's really fun.
Yeah.
You know, so that's one thing that I'm really thankful for. And I don't know, it feels cool. It feels cool to be at this age and be able to do something that I actually enjoy doing.
That's right. You've been doing this for a while. I mean, you're what, 20 years now?
I'm 20 years old, and I started riding. I started, first practicing my freestyle stuff at 12, but I've been riding the street bike now since I was 13. So I've been on a full-size bike for over 7 years now.
You have a show on tonight. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Well, when did you know? Did you have a feeling? When did you know that you were going to go pro?
It's really funny. At first, the funniest thing about it is when I won the national championship at 15. At that point, I almost won it on accident, if that makes any sense. I went there and rode as hard as I could. Then all of a sudden, I had the championship, and I was like, "Wow, this is probably what I should do. This would make a lot of sense if I kept doing this." So that's kind of when it was. Probably when I was about 15, I decided that would be a good career choice, and I'm definitely really stoked on the choice I made. And
you just did pretty well at Stunt Jams. I mean, you won. You placed first in the individual freestyle.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah, individual freestyle is the biggest event we have at our events, and it's nice to. It was really cool that I had to ship the bikes out of Miami, so it brought me all the way from Southern California to Florida to get the bikes out, and I had my shipped my A bike out here and left my B bike at home, and then I knew Stunt Jams coming up, so I practiced for a couple days and got to go compete individual, and it's nice to win here and there, so I was excited about that, and it's really nice to come to an exciting place like this after it's winning a big event, so that was cool.
Oh yeah, and we have a very exciting season coming up as well, Carnival.
Yeah, Carnival. I'm so bummed. I'm actually leaving Thursday night because I'm sure I'll get some prelim Carnival partying and have a good time, but I have a feeling I'm going to miss some of the bigger stuff, so I'll definitely I'll have to come back to it for at another year.
Definitely. Aaron got a taste of what our roads are like here in Trinidad, and I guess we got lots of work to be done on our black carpet. So I guess we can look forward to patching those holes up pretty soon.
Yeah, maybe at least a few of them. If you can't get all of them, just a few would be nice, or at least throw some gravel or a cone in them or something so you're not hitting them going down the road.
Yeah, a lot different from what you're accustomed to.
Oh, way different, but it's cool. I like it. I like that. The thing that's really cool about Trinidad is it's just a really free-spirited country. A lot of people kind of doing what they want, and it was cool riding by the bridge today to seeing people walking around with gas cans going to fill them up to go to their fishing boat, and just kind of just doing what they want. That's really cool. So I actually hope to come back for kind of a vacation, because every single day I'm here, I either have a media day or I'm riding or photo shoot, things like that. But it seems like it'd be a really fun place to come to, just to vacation, just to hang out for a little while.
What's your bike of choice?
My bike of choice right now is a Honda CBR 600. That's what I'm riding right now. But hopefully, if things go well, I'll actually be on a KTM for the rest of the season.
Ah, good. I know we have lots of Honda riders over here as well, and I mean, they'll kill me if I don't say hi to everyone. Okay, so big up to the Central Riders. Everyone down in Central, so many names to mention. Big up to Rafiz as well. Also the Bin crew, to Bin and Yassine, and that crew as well as everyone in the East from Kiel and Colin and everyone else. You know, because we have lots of riders. It's a huge population here in Trinidad. I'm sure you didn't realize we had so many street riders out here.
No, I didn't. When I showed up here, I know that the bin crew and them, they hit me up and said what's going on, and I actually had to ride with them the other day, and that was really cool. And all of a sudden, there was hundreds of bikes coming in. And I was like, wow, there is a big population here. So do all that, and then I was like, next day, same thing, more bikes. And then last night, more bikes. That's crazy. There's so many people that ride here for how big the island is, how many people are here, the amount of people that ride.
Absolutely. And I realize you're multi-skilled, all right? Now, I saw you behind the wheel of one of the drift cars on Sunday, and it was amazing because, one, okay, you're coming off the bike and jumping into a drift car, right? And two, it's a right-hand drive. You're accustomed to, driving on the other side.
Yeah,
so,
that's that was sweet.
How was that for you?
It definitely makes me want to buy a drift car. I've actually never driven like a sports car before, so it's
crazy. Are you serious?
Yeah, never driven a drift car or a sports car before.
I would never have guessed.
But it was the funny thing that people don't realize is like the drifting I do with my bike. If in retrospect is like the same as the car, because as soon as I got in there, as soon as I floored it and it started to spin out, it has the same feeling,
right,
except it's more planted, like you can steer it more, because the thing that I'm fighting against is if I crash on my bike, I crash. It's a personal ordeal with the ground. So at least in the car you have a little more savior on that. But I got to do the first little run I did was just going for it, and then I got some instruction on the second one, and that was super cool. So I was really excited to get that. Big thank you to those guys that let me drive their car. I was so excited about that. And no, I mean, I like to do everything. I'm just a motorsport enthusiast. I ride motocross, I ride flat track, I've done road racing before. Obviously, I do my freestyle stuff, cars. I just love doing, for one, fun things, and for two, motorsport stuff. I just love motorsports.
And you do it so well.
Well, thank you much.
yeah, it's almost effortless. I know that a lot of practice goes into being able to hone your skills and to be able to come out there and to impress a crowd at the same time. What's going through your head, when you're doing your tricks and you're up there and, what do you think?
One of the big things going through my head is when I first started riding, it was for fun, and kind of in the middle years, maybe 15, 16, 17, I was riding, almost taking it more of as like a job and a professional deal, and that's one thing I found is I kind of lost the fun of the riding. So the last few years, every time I ride, my goal is to have more fun than the last time I rode. So the biggest thing, especially with demos, competitions, you have to be a little more serious because you have to kind of pay attention to your competitors and your game and stuff. But when I get to do demos, basically my goal is to have the most fun I can.
Let's talk a little bit about Red Bull. What does it feel like to be sponsored by such a large organization as Red Bull?
It's the sweetest company ever. I don't know. I can't think of a better company to ride for. They bring me so many opportunities. When I was 12 or 13 years old, the last thing I thought would be that there's a company that's bringing me around the world to not only vacate but to ride.
Right.
I wasn't 13 years old thinking, man, someday I'm gonna be doing demos in Trinidad and kicking it on this bridge or jumping in the ocean or just doing all sorts of fun things or chopping coconuts on the beach. I had no idea that was kind of in the game plan at that age. So I just have nothing but good things and giant thank yous to say for the whole family at Red Bull and Red Bull South America and the Red Bull Caribbean for really bringing the ball up to bat on this one and bringing me out here.
And I'm sure you'll be back again real soon. Maybe you'll bring some more of your stunt buddies.
Yeah, hopefully I will. We'll see what I can do as far as coming back, and the sooner the better for me. But if it was a year and 3 days later, I would not mind that either. So hopefully I'll be back soon.
All right. Okay, great. Aaron, thanks again. Good luck tonight. And, of course, in your future endeavors. Yeah?
Yeah. Thank you very much. And if you kind of are curious what's going on or even curious as to the events here, make sure to go to my website, aaroncolton.com, or just look up Aaron Colton on Facebook, and I'll be more than happy to update everyone and kind of let them know what events will be on in the near future.
That's the cool 20-year-old Aaron Colton, of course, sponsored by Red Bull, and making sure to wow the crowds every venue. Of course, tonight at Woodford Cafe in Chaguanas from 10 o'clock. Make sure and check it out. Here comes the chutney, so come on out, K.I., and you can sing along to this one. Stay tuned and enjoy the rest of your Valentine's Day. It's Talk City.